Is this the same guy you were going up against last night?
No, I exited it since we're live.
Huh?
No, I exited it. I think it's a computer. Or it's a guest. I can't tell.
Hmm.
The only
Wait.
real person I was going. Well, I actually played against my friend yesterday. That's what started it. My friend Bennett, and then, I played Lily.
Right.
And then I started playing the computer.
Started playing the computer. Hmm. And what's your record right now?
I mean, I think I was just against the computer, so I don't really count it. Let's just say I'm not.
Couple of games underneath your shoulder. Dang, I'm getting a phone call right now. Oh, 10 o'clock on the dot. Can't answer. I'm sorry.
Wow, guess who's already
I
in?
can't answer it. Raj.
Yeah.
I can't answer the phone. I hate that. My phone's over there. Thank you, Raj. Thank you very much. Was Raj? Oh no, you said Bennett. What you're playing chess with, not Raj.
We got a new banner for you, Raj.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I know it's not you calling, Mom. I would have known if it was you calling me. This one was a 785 number.
Thanks for letting us know, Renee.
Thank you for your concern. Were you in chess club growing up? Did you have a chess club
No,
at school?
if you want to be honest, I told my mom about chess club and she laughed about it. So I
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh,
Good morning,
good morning, Mrs. Martin.
Morning, Mrs. Martin. I was like, we were both saying it. I stumbled on the morning part. I had to restart. We talked to Marty last night. Got to chat with him. I was nice. We got to talk to him for a good amount of time too.
It was good to see he's doing well.
Didn't realize I hadn't seen his face since it said in photos. I hadn't seen him since August. Was it August or July last year?
We haven't seen him since July.
July, that's what it was. We didn't see him since July. So that was kind of.
We haven't
different.
been with him since July.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I hadn't seen his face since that time, other than in photos and whatnot. But so we talked to Nico.
We talked to Nico. Yeah.
Talked to Nico. He starts school today, Air Force school.
Good. Finally.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, Mama's loving all the haircut comments. Thank you, everybody, for the. It is a happy haircut Monday here. Let's go ahead and get our first sip of the day, shall we? Our first sip of the day is brought to you by Samples from the Sunroom. Samples from the Sunroom. Get yourself a t-shirt and a story. Pay for the shirt. Come away with, come away with a story. Pay for a shirt.
Pay for a shirt, leave with a story.
Leave with a story. It's actually really cool. The t-shirt comes in a tube. You can visit them at samplesfromthesunroom.com, or you can look at them up on Instagram. But you buy a t-shirt, one of these cool t-shirts, and it comes with a story from the creator. And it just talks about the inspiration behind it, talks about the company. Very nice. It's a nice small business thing. You know, usually there's companies where you buy a shirt and they'll donate a portion of your purchase to a cause. This time you get a shirt, you get a little story with it.
You did get a nice haircut.
You get a little POV from the creator himself. Thank you. Everyone's so nice about the haircut. Thank you all. Mama Renee does a good job.
You get a haircut. That's what everyone finds out.
Been getting free haircuts since birth.
Wow.
I know. I can't think of the day when I start paying for them.
Last year I got a couple of free haircuts too.
From yourself?
From myself.
Yeah, you're not too bad either.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. I had a good conversation with myself.
You actually get the hair off. I'm terrible with what's it called? The trimmer?
Well, it's because people care how their hair looks. I've hit a point in my life where I stopped caring. So I just cut it and.
Well, no, I've tried to cut Josh's hair with the same equipment. I leave patches when I cut his hair. When I've done
I did have you try and.
I did. Remember
here, yeah.
I'm just not good at it. But yeah, the self barber.
The worst part of it is though is once you start, it's hard to stop because not only do you mess up, then you need to do something else, but then you're like, oh, let me just cut a little more.
It's kind of like shaving your face. Once you start, you can't stop because I don't know. I don't look good with just a mustache or a goatee.
I tried that look too many times.
Didn't work, huh?
I love it, but I might be the only one.
Well,
Let's see.
It's Raj's 5 questions of the day. Raj's 5.
Oh,
Sponsored by Jesix Woodworks.
Rogers
Look at
5. Wow.
Get your-
Wow.
Get your TV stands, coasters, tables, chairs.
So,
All from Jesix
what
Woodworks.
were his first 3 things?
Well, he talked about the NBA.
Talked about NBA.
Did some NBA over the weekend. Any thoughts on the Australian Open finals?
I'll start our Australian Open.
I didn't
'cause
watch-
I think I have more thoughts on
Yeah.
that than NBA.
Go
I didn't
for it.
watch too much. I just saw the scores because I'm not going to wake up at 2 a.m. But
They'll
you know?
do Serena and Osaka at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock here, but then
well, it's
when
because that
it's
was
championship time. But I guess that's 2
it's
Americans.
because that's yeah, but it was because that's the first semifinal game.
Okay.
So in Australia, they were going to have it at 8 p.m. our time, but they want to have their championship game prime time, right?
Right, of course.
Australia is probably complaining and saying, "Why is the Super Bowl at 3 a.m. our time? Why are they playing the Super Bowl at 3 a.m.?"
You're right. You're right.
Some guy named Marco from Australia say that doesn't make sense.
Good morning, Mr. Martin.
Good
Good sir. You are absolutely right there. Good
Mhm.
point. Point made. I had a friend who told me he was in England during the Seahawks and Patriots Super Bowl. He was there
Wow.
at 2 a.m.
Really?
and there was just like 2 or 3 people in the bar, but the bar was staying open through the night for the Super Bowl. So he said that was one of the unique fun times that he's gotten to watch the Super Bowl because it was in a kind of empty bar in England, and Super Bowl for us, hype, commercials.
Raj, I'll give you my thoughts on Australian Open. Seemed pretty simple. Looked at the scores right now. Osaka, she probably hit. I mean, I thought Serena would probably be her toughest competition, and that wasn't too tough. So this Jennifer Brady, fellow American, a little older than her, had no problem. What was it, 6'4", 6'3", something like that? And when we saw her, we actually became like big tennis fans. We were watching that Serena and Osaka match, and after Osaka got in the rhythm after those first 3 or 4 games,
Yep.
it didn't seem like Serena was a match. So that looked like it was kind of the same thing with that game. But we talked enough about that. But it seemed like she was going to win. I was hoping that either Osaka or Williams would win, so one of them won. On the men's side, I actually was losing hope for Djokovic. Let's just talk on the court stuff. When he got injured, I didn't know if he really had it in him, and here, in whichever foot it was. And then playing Medvedev, right? This Russian who might become one of my newer favorite players. He's been in a couple finals now. He kind of talks a little, and he kind of has a sneaky game, it seems like, the little I've seen him. I thought he was going to give Djokovic a match. I thought it was 5 sets. And Djokovic, I think, had a close first game and then won it in 3 sets. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my recap and thoughts on Australian Open.
No,
Djokovic, the king of Australia, won his 9th Open. Osaka, maybe the next queen of tennis, has 4 titles already. She's the
Was she down in the match at one point? Was there?
I saw a tweet that said she's been down in all of these
But-
somewhere.
But I'm looking at the sheet right now, and
I think she was down in it's somewhere earlier in the tournament.
that makes sense. Okay.
Because I saw a score that said she was actually 1
2
point
match-
away from losing.
it was
Yeah.
double match point.
I think you saw that on. It was
So
on
I was
Twitter.
very confused when I was like, I thought she won the finals pretty easily.
She did.
Or-
Remember, there's just like in any sport, there's a path to the final. And this is what it was. It was the 4th round match against Muguruza Blanco from Spain.
Yeah.
She won 6-4, and Osaka wins the second game 6-4. And I think Muguruza was up 5-3 in the final match.
Makes sense.
So Osaka was very close to losing. And then after she won that 7-5, she wouldn't lose a set. So that was kind of the closest one. And that was the only time all tournaments she lost a set. So, I mean, that's kind of... And remember, people have found out about her in last year. Let's say not even last 6 months, people have really found out about her. She's been winning for 4 straight years.
Mhm.
Granted, maybe it's 3.5 years, but she's been there.
No,
She's been up and coming for a while. Now she's not up and coming. She's there. That's the first Raj.
very excited for her and Coco's
Yeah, I hope Coco can.
once she gets into her prime.
But I keep forgetting she's just 16. So,
Just 16.
did you watch any NBA this weekend?
Yeah, I watched the Bulls and Nets played Friday night. Terrell, live studio audience. That's right. They played each other Friday night. No. Who'd they play Friday? Sixers. That's who it was. I was over at our good friend Sam's watching it.
Oh, really?
Yep. Watched the Bulls and Sixers game. Watched Heat and Lakers. I was at work Saturday night.
How are they doing?
Or Friday night. Excuse me. No, Saturday night. They're good.
Good.
Sam and Jeff are good. They're the full timers working. You know.
Oh,
that.
were you there? Were you there when Jeff FaceTimed me on Saturday?
No, Friday night. I was there Friday
Oh,
night.
you were
Sorry.
there Friday.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't there Saturday night. I was working Saturday night. But yeah, the Bulls and Sixers were on. We watched that game together. We watched the Nets and Clippers last night. That was a good close game. We went to the bed though before the final even happened. You were talking about Celtics Pelicans with an overtime. Pelicans pulled out with
I
it.
basically just watched the end of the fourth quarter in overtime. Our live studio audience watched it. Apparently, Pelicans came back with like 23 points,
Wow.
won in overtime.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum made it hard, but
Chris Paul and the Suns are staying. They're cruising, man.
they're cruising.
Where it's
what
our-
did they want? They needed a veteran presence, and they got it in Chris Paul.
Yeah.
They got what they wanted, and they knew that it filled the priority. And it'll be nice to see these teams with young talent, whether it's the Pelicans, or the Suns, or I know they aren't too young, but they are kind of young. But even the Celtics, like these teams that are kind of growing together,
Mhm.
it'd be good to see them like become something big. We see that with the Jazz and Nuggets. So I think that's kind of fun.
No, you
Looking forward to the next 2-3 years in the NBA.
you're absolutely right. You know, right now it's a good time to be watching basketball because of the NBA, and also because KU's getting hot at the right moment.
They are
Seems
getting
like
hot.
seems like the team got knocked out of the top 25, and they took that a little personal.
They did. There's a recipe for KU success. You get them angry, take them out of top 25. You give them 3 easy games. Then their next hard game
Yeah.
is going to be at home. So that's fine. Okay. Easy. And then also that rival you have who kept talking, right? They kept saying, "Oh, we're better than KU." They've also been losing. I think all of that kind of helps with
You
everyone
talking about
saying,
Texas,
No, I'm talking Missouri.
Missouri? Oh,
'Cause Missouri's lost 3 of their last 4, right?
Yeah.
They won on Saturday.
right.
And that was after that. I'm not trying to bring you
No,
down,
no, you're
but
fine. No, Jeremiah Tillman was out, but I don't know
he
how much
was
he
out,
would have
and
been.
I don't know how
They're
kind of sucks that they lost because he had to be out. But
he's the best forward. He's no doubt the best forward on the team, but then that tells you how the bench is.
but the reason I'm saying this whole spiel is because KU is getting hot, and that's the KU fan in me wants to say they're getting hot, but the
Mhm.
other fan in me is saying, they did play against 3 not good teams. They had 3 games against the 2 worst teams in the Big 12. That Texas Tech game was good, and now they go to Texas on Tuesday, and they host Baylor on Saturday. Maybe, who knows about Baylor.
Tell you what, man, Texas, I think they can handle this because once again, I think that's another personal game because Texas Tech and Texas were the 2 biggest losses this year for KU.
Actually, KU did lose to Texas Tech. KU did get crushed by Texas at home, and I think it was tied as the worst loss in Allen Field.
Yeah, exactly. So now they're going into Austin. I don't know. Dave McCormick's starting to get better around the
Hopefully
right time.
Heat it up there. I don't know.
What hurt him in the first game? Too many threes from Texas. That's what.
I think KU couldn't make shots like
Yeah.
they couldn't in half the games this season. That's what's funny. You look at all these different things that overanalyze the game.
Mhm.
KU's taking the right shots. They just got one problem. The ball isn't falling in the hoop. So what do you do when you're not making your shots? What do? You're doing the right shots. You're getting the right passes. You're getting the rebounds, offensive, defensive.
Yep.
Whether you're playing, 5-guard lineup or McCormick's playing well, whatever it is. You just can't make those shots, make those threes. So
I'm
it's
glad.
kinda hard
I'm
to
glad you
fix
talked
that.
about shots because I was thinking about this, especially with Bill Self kind of backing him up. Christian Brown, just keep shooting. Just keep shooting, man.
I mean, he's either going to go 3 for 6 or maybe he goes 8 for 16. Sure, he misses 8 shots, so that's 24 points.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points. I honestly, for a while, until recently, I was a big thing on why would you shoot 20 times if you're gonna be 50% and you're gonna
Mhm.
miss 10 shots. That's 10 missed shots. But let's say someone who shoots 10 for 20, who might be shooting most of those behind the 3, for the sake of math, let's say all 20. This guy went crazy and shot 20 threes. but he made 10 of them. That's 30 points.
Yeah.
The old Armand would say you just missed 10 shots, but now the new Armand saying that's 30 points. In the game of basketball, in any sport, the winner is the one who scores more points.
Yep.
You just got to find a way to end there, whether that's whatever this is.
So
Right? You know what I mean?
Cheryl knows what you're talking about. No, so I'm trying to pull up the stats from the Texas game, but one thing that I did see when you're talking about scoring, is so KU was 8-26 from 3. West Virginia was 5 of 15 from 3. If they stop shooting threes, that's 9 points right there. That's off the board.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that. Keep shooting it because for some reason it's working
And that's
for
what
KU.
they said. Brown had a tendency early in the season, and still little. Same with Abaji, of being scared to shoot that half contested three.
Mhm.
And Jesse Newell, I think, is a big proponent of shoot that half contest, shoot that immediate three. Don't second guess, because you might as well put it up there. And we saw Brown's a good example of. I mean, it's not like he was hot last game, but if he gets hot, I would tell Brown just keep shooting, because when he's hot, he can kind of stay around 50%.
Mhm.
50%, I think, is fine. If I was 50% from three, I'd have a bigger paycheck than I have right now.
You'd have a different occupation. You wouldn't even be here right now if that was the case.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look up the stats from the KU Texas game, and it takes me to the live stats because I guess they just said, nah, those stats are gone. Get ready for February. Get ready for tomorrow's game, which is fine. Whatever. I just wanted to see Jalen Wilson. I know is the leading scorer in that one with 20 points, but I was trying to see
you
what
want to
everybody else.
look Texas, Kansas.
Yeah, Texas, Kansas. Because let's see where they weren't getting, because they lost by quite a bit in that one.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking,
So KU was 3 for 23 from three.
okay, that's
So
yeah,
you
boom.
missed 13%, right?
Mhm.
Abaji was 1 for 6. Wilson was 2 for 6. Brown was 0 for 5. So he kept shooting, but he couldn't find that make. And that was the thing. KU was very bad from 3.
Mhm.
Only Wilson. Maybe that was the last time he started having a good game. Wilson and Abaji are the only ones who made a 3 that game. While Texas had 5 players, 4 of their starters in double figures. And no one passed 20. So no one was – they were sharing the ball enough.
Mhm.
They were 12 for 26 from 3. So they shot a few more threes, but they made 9 more.
What's your prediction for tomorrow then?
Well, my big thing is this. Texas has had some games postponed recently, right? And their last game was against – I remember seeing this yesterday. The last game was against West Virginia a few days ago, where they lost at home. And I don't like when KU or any of my teams play a hot team that just lost.
Yeah.
I hate that. I think anyone should hate that. But that was Texas's only game in the last week. And in January, they had some postponed. But I think I'll give an Armand answer. I think it'll be a close game. They don't have the line yet, do they? I think it'll be close, and I shouldn't be too excited and say KU will win, but I think KU should be angry that they got dismantled at home.
Yeah.
And what I said was, if
That's
you
what I'm
can
saying.
go-
They got a chip on their shoulder from
and
that
if you
game.
can go 3-0, which they did with the K-State, Iowa State, Iowa State, then you have these 3 hard games. All I wanted was 1 out of 3, and they did that. If they did 2 out of 3, I'd be really happy. So if they can win this Texas game, and then they play against one of the top 2 teams in the country, if healthy, in Baylor, then I'm fine. They win, and maybe they can afford a loss against Baylor. Then they got almost 2 weeks till the Big 12 tournament. I don't know how I feel about that, but
How
so
many
that's my
fans?
answer. I don't know my prediction.
They're allowing fans I can't remember how many.
20%?
20%, and NCAA tournament's 25%. And they talked about on the Sunday Sound Off yesterday that it's going to be good for college basketball. It's going to be good to have that environment that kind of bring back that partial environment back, because I can't imagine playing March Madness with just an empty arena.
I bet the games in the teams hit lower 70s, high 60s.
In this game,
No one hits. I don't think.
who's the
I
MVP?
don't think
Think
they can
Jalen Wilson coming out with 20
Someone
points
needs to
again?
come out. I don't know.
3. You're definitely not going to win any basketball game though when you're making 3 threes though, and you're shooting 20.
Exactly.
Because I just remember that was
just
the
an ugly game.
That was the game right there that had people really like.
And I was like, oh no. I actually was like, you know what? That was an ugly game. Sometimes you get ugly games,
Yeah.
and hopefully they don't return. Right? Sometimes I don't know. I was
I
gonna
don't-
make a
What were you gonna do? Make
I was
rep?
gonna say sometimes you got an ugly game
Yeah.
against a division rival middle of the season, but then you won't have another ugly game until the most important one this season, right?
Right.
So
So we just gotta wait for that next ugly game for KU.
yeah. I was talking about the Chiefs, but
Dude, we're not talking about the
yeah,
Chiefs.
it was. They had an ugly game against their division rival, didn't they? And then they didn't have another ugly game till the most important game of the season, right?
So KU's making it to the Natty.
I'm just saying. That's no. I'm saying sometimes that's what we think. You just one ugly game and it's going to go away. But for KU, it hasn't. It didn't, and I'm glad that they got that little. And the people got in their head by saying you aren't a top 25 team.
Maybe they're out of the ugly. How about
Let's
that?
hope. Let's hope. I know people want to say they played the worst teams, and I've kept saying that, but sometimes you need something to push you. Hey, Raj, you only gave us 3 questions, so we still need 2
He's
more.
all right. I'm reading. Royals had the first full squad workout today, so that's good.
Mhm, good.
Looks like Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be working in the infield. No surprise. Shortstop, third base, and second base this spring. But Mike Bethany said he was working on his center field. So
He's a shortstop?
middle infielder, so yeah,
okay.
shortstop, second base. But that's excellent because we love a utility guy, especially a utility guy that can hit. You know, maybe that's like, you know, we talk about how basketball has changed because now the forwards are the big man has to shoot, needs to be able to shoot the ball. Maybe is that kind of what we're seeing in baseball? A lot of players are going to have to be kind of utility players. Is that a trend that we may start seeing where players who can play multiple positions, thus giving you more options with the lineup switch, thus giving you more options around the field? That's something there.
Would you say more positions, or maybe if the team
Cover more ground.
utilizing skills? When I say that, because you talk about the importance of batting. Well, maybe you already have a few good infielders, but then you got this one infielder who can bat like crazy.
Yeah.
I know maybe I don't know. Yeah, I'm just kind
No,
of
yeah, I see what. Yeah.
If you have that, maybe you bring him not to replace the infielders, but at least you're bringing him to add that skill of batting. Kind of like that article we read about the Chiefs looking at skills.
Yeah.
Bringing him back to the Chiefs.
That's fine.
How we looked at that, them saying really Chiefs when they're drafting, when they're looking at free agents, they're looking at the skilled players that they can build around.
Chiefs
maybe
talk
that's
is always allowed 365 now because there's already Patrick
Now.
Mahomes, St. Patrick Mahomes shirts coming out for
You're right.
for Mahomes for St. Patrick's Day. You know, the city Union Station lit up its building last night after the news of Sterling Mahomes.
Yeah.
Sterling Mahomes. That's a good name. Sterling Sky.
Sterling
Sky
Mahomes, the first child of Kansas City. Oh, Wichita State beat Houston. I didn't know Wichita State beat Houston.
So that I saw that because people were talking about the coach should get Coach of the Year since he had to fill in after Greg Marshall, was did he
Yeah, I
resign
didn't even
or
know
let
who
go?
their coach is. I don't know. He stepped away. Did they play back to back? Because I remember talking to our friend Pavin, and I was looking at this Houston game, and I was
Right now they have him as a 13 seed in bracketology with Texas. Oh, that's right. We have a new top 25 today.
yeah, we got to wait till the top of the hour. Dang it! I was
You have a
feeling
meeting.
that which at 11:30.
Oh. Wait, does it actually drop at 11 o'clock every time?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just saying we got to wait for the breaking news.
No, it's at 11. You can maybe start looking at Twitter if anyone has released anything, but
Right.
that's when I think it's released at 11. That Wichita State game. I don't know. What was his question? Can
If they
Wichita
a
State
strong
have to
seed.
secure a strong seed? Well, let's see.
They're first in the American Athletic.
They're on a little winning streak thanks to COVID because they've had some postponed games. Then, they're in the American, right?
Yeah.
So they don't play. They play, all right, competition, right? Not the top. It's not Big 12, but
I would say so. They have a non-con win against Ole Miss, which is an SEC team. They only lost by 3 to Oklahoma State. The first time they played Houston, they lost by 7.
They split. Yeah.
They lost to Missouri by 10. If that means anything, that was a top 25 team. Yeah, they can get into the tournament with the resume that they have. I would assume that especially if they win the regular season conference title, because I think that's way more important than winning the big, the conference tournament. So if they can lock up the actual regular season championship, then they make it to the semis or finals in their conference tournament, then lose to a good Houston team. So be it.
Well, let's see. Wichita State, Houston, Memphis, SMU. So I'm looking at who bracketology has. Bracketology, I know they changed it, but I thought they still had the conferences. I don't think Wichita State is in it right now. Oh, they are. Wichita State's a 13. Oh,
and they're playing Texas.
Well, he has them as an automatic qualifier.
Is that what AQ means?
Yeah.
So okay, he's already seen the resume. So
but that's
Kansas is not an AQ.
But he's saying that Wichita. Do you know what we know what automatic qualifier is? You win your conference tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying Wichita State gets the 13 seed, which is a higher seed than the last four in the 12, right?
Right.
So that means he's saying Wichita State gets in if they win their tournament. But if they don't win their tournament, he doesn't get in.
That just doesn't make sense.
So looks like Wichita State needs to keep playing well, and they can't. No, Raj, I saw quick, and I kind of skipped a question. I used to, if it was 5 years ago, maybe I'd look at Deshaun Jackson, but I almost said Deshaun Watson. But no, we're good. He can go somewhere else.
No, 1 year, 1 million. Just have him run streaks the whole time. He is a threat to the field.
He was a threat 5 years ago.
5 years ago. In a world. Oh, I have a question for the audience. UFC 259. I want to make sure I get that right. 259 is coming on.
Oh, I was looking at that yesterday. I was looking it up. March 6th.
We might, if you guys wanted to talk some UFC, we'll get some Fresh Media in KC. They cover UFC around the area. We'll have one or two of their people on if you guys want to talk some UFC. Personally, I just watch the fights. I can't get in. They would be the ones that get into deep conversations or being able to break it down for us. But yeah, Fresh Media, KC is who you're going to want to follow if you want some UFC coverage around this area. They're at Fresh Media KC on Twitter. But yeah, they're the ones who get the interviews with Julian Marquez.
Mm-hmm.
He asked Miley Cyrus out on a date. I think we talked about that. Yeah, Raj is all please. All right, we'll do. Because I know Raj asks about UFC when they're coming up, and
you got that connection.
259 is a big one. We have 3 title matches in that one. We had the local Megan Anderson going up against the top, the champion in the, I don't know what the weight class is.
We know. I was looking at it. We know her name. You say your first name. I know her last.
Junis, or no, I just saw UNES.
Junis.
It's not Junis.
She's from Brazil.
Eunice.
It's not Eunice.
Featherweight. How do you say the last name? That's the last name.
She's going against Megan Anderson Megan Anderson. I'm not even looking at.
No, it's
Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes.
This guy's looking at Eunice.
Well, that's what the picture only had the UNES. You see the picture? Hey.
Yeah.
You see the picture?
Yeah, let's look at that picture again.
It just has the U.
And it also has the Anderson.
Cut it off.
Eunice versus Anderson. Oh, my. Yeah, UFC
That's just
259.
so bad. You can see Jan and Sterling, but you can't see all of the whole last name for them.
Do you think Buffalo Wild Wings still charges a cover for these UFC fights?
Oh my God! If they do, that's so.
Because if they don't, that's the day after someone's birthday.
Bro, I remember.
And maybe we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know.
In this world,
in this world, when if there's no one else out there, you haven't been out to eat in this world. When was
No,
the
we
last
haven't.
time you went out to eat? You haven't hung out with any friends. You
When
haven't-
did we go to
it's
Mills?
Okay to do little things.
When we go to Mills?
Mill, like
Big
2
Mill?
weeks ago.
Yeah, Big Mill. No, if Saturday, March 6th.
Saturday, March
UFC
6th.
259.
Yeah.
Was it Bruce Buffer comes in? Already fighting in the red corner. Out of Lee Summit, Missouri. Featherweight.
But like the thing that whole card is really interesting.
It's a big match. And Raj is excited. So yeah, well, all right. We'll try to arrange something with Fresh Media KC and
Jan Blachowicz. I just know the names because we've seen him fight before
yeah.
against Israel Adesanya. I guess he's trying to get another belt.
All right.
And then you have Nunez.
Talk to
and
me.
Anderson. I'm looking at the main cards, and I just kind of looked at them. And then Peter Yan, we've seen him fight. He has the title against Aljamain Sterling. Don't know him, Raj. You're gonna know more about these guys.
So we just watched Israel fight in 258. UFC 258. He's the one who beat his friend.
No, that's Usman.
Usman. All right.
And we've seen Usman fight before.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever personally seen Israel fight, but he's called the last style bender, I think.
Okay.
And he's undefeated. He's 20-0. And then we got a couple.
We got a New Yorker, the Sterling going. at the
Jamaican
light heavyweight,
guy.
or excuse me, bantamweight.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
We have seen Peter Yan fight.
we have.
He goes crazy.
We have. And I think, yeah, and we've seen the Blachowicz guy fight. Islam Makhachev. I've heard him on the
Heard
list.
great things.
Well, he's 18-1. So we'll see. And then the other main card is Thiago Santos versus Alexander Rakic. Well, yeah, we can. That'd be cool if we could talk to your friend about.
Yeah, we'll see.
Some things.
We'll try to arrange something then. With that. Yeah. Okay. So next week, boom.
And I think that Friday there's also a local mixed martial arts fight in Kansas City. And I think there's one guy who, if he wins it, he'll be able to fight in the UFC. I don't know his name, but
he has to win some.
He has to win in this one of these fights. And if he does, then he goes up to UFC.
Chris Taya.
Really? Yeah.
That's cool.
Because that's their I think it's one of the Kraus people that.
One of the Glory Fitness.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. Glory Fitness Gym is going to be blowing up because of these fighters, man. We're gonna there's gonna be actual like well-known UFC gym in Kansas City. I'm sure it's already well known throughout UFC world, but nationally.
Really? He says.
Speaking of gyms, Mayweather has a
That's
gym
what
in
she
Kansas
said.
City.
That's what she said.
Julia Marquez blew his chance from Miley. Poor guy. It's all right. She's doing her own thing right now anyway. She's becoming a rock star.
Yeah.
I just want to be a big rock star living in time.
What else, Raj? He says this Islam guy is a Khabib's boy. Khabib's friend.
Is that
Khabib? Khabib?
Oh, okay. One of the fighters.
You know Khabib?
I recognize the name, yes. He fought like last month.
Yeah, some people want to call him the greatest fighter. But he was literally just like a few months ago.
He's the one who's his father has passed away,
Yeah.
but yeah. Comes out wearing the big.
I learned it's like an old Turkish type thing.
I like that. We love learning about different cultures.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
You got a favorite Olympic moment?
2008, I believe it's the 4x100 relay. I think it's 4x100.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relay, though.
The one that did it.
The one that America and France are the two big countries, and France was talking big. I remember my mom was telling me France was talking like they were going to win because Phelps won to get 8 gold medals.
Yeah.
That was one of them. That wasn't the last one, but that was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's one of the greatest. If you haven't watched it, you got to find it on YouTube. I think it's the 4x100 relay.
Gotcha.
But basically, France was talking, and I think Phelps was the second swimmer, and I don't know who the third swimmer was, but that was kind of their fourth guy on the list of the 4 American swimmers. And the third guy of the U.S. versus France, France kind of got the better end of that, and it looked like France was going to win once the fourth guy went in. And they're swimming back, and the commentators are talking. It's like, looks like France is going to get the gold. U.S. should get silver. So-and-so should get bronze. It's literally halfway. Like, they got 25 yards left. And what does he say?
Fingertip.
And what does he say? He's like, it looks like actually he's catching up. And it doesn't look like he's catching up, but he's catching up. He's catching up. I remember where I was. I was upstairs watching. He's catching up, okay? And he wins. And then Phelps was like, he gets the water. And that has to be one of the best Olympic moments. Or maybe the recent Olympics when it was the Simone Biles' little all-around routine. Dude, like the little songs and stuff. Where she jumped real high and all that stuff.
What did she get bronze in? Was that the team?
I think it's the thing on the. We are not. I took gymnastic classes when I was like 7.
That's fun. I got no experience with it.
Is it the horse thing? It's the thing where it's the little.
The balance beam.
The balance beam.
Balance beam.
And you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The balance beam. Where you got to do a routine on it.
I think it was that, and she got. I think that's what she got bronze in.
I was just looking it up because I wanted to make sure I got the year right. But the 2012, I guess not relay, but the women's gymnast, the team one. What's it called? The
it's probably
all around. Team all around, where it was Gabby, Allie,
and then the other ones. The one who has the mean face,
Michaela
Maroney.
She was one of them, and Kyla Ross.
Kyla Ross, yeah.
I don't know.
I think there was another one too.
Yeah, it's not a mean look. That is a serious look. That's the good
look. A look.
We know the serious look.
The silver.
You remember it's Osaka too. She's got that look. Remember, it's like she's all nice when you talk to her, but then when you're going up against her in a match,
she barely was showing any emotion. I don't know if it's because it wasn't a close match. She was struggling. It wasn't that she was struggling. She was just trying to get into.
That's just the game face locked in.
After 3-4 games, and once she did,
I just remember how big of a deal it was when they were. When they won, because I don't know when it was the last time all around.
Like it was maybe 20-some years or something.
But I just remember how big of a deal that was. And
hopefully we get that. Hopefully we get the Olympics this year.
I was just thinking about that last night. Because we've seen a lot of good Olympics. We could. You touched on the swimming. We haven't even talked about sand volleyball when they won gold.
There was one 2012. I think it was U.S. against U.S. and it was those two. April Ross and Walsh Jennings, Carrie Walsh Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I remember names sometimes. Carrie Walsh Jennings. One of them was going to retire, so the other calls a girl named April Ross, I think.
Let me make sure
April something.
Was Misty May already?
Yeah, Misty May Trainer. You're right. Yeah. So they call April Ross, and they're like, "Hey, you want to be on my team?" She's like, "Sure." And then they find out whoever it was, Misty May wants to come back, so they tell April Ross, "Sorry, we're just going to stick with our team." What happens? They meet in the final.
Yeah.
But, of course, the queens of sand volleyball.
They're just dominant to watch, man.
Until the Brazil one, which I wish I think volleyball is Brazil's second sport. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, handsome fella.
But I think volleyball is Brazil's second favorite sport. So that sand volleyball match, Brazil, U.S., you got the Olympics in your home country, semifinal.
Then we had
that would have been great.
We had the court. We had the not the sand, but the court volleyball as well. We were lucky. And I just remember they had like a setter, an outside hitter from Texas. I went to UT Austin, and she was just dominant the whole time. They had lost to Brazil though in the championship.
Yeah, I think their coach was the men's coach, won Olympics, and went and became the women's coach. Or something like that.
It's just it's a lot of sports at one
That's
time.
What I love.
All these different sports.
And it's not that it's that sport where, most of them and the ones that don't fit. It's because I don't understand them, but most of those sports we're not going to sit down and watch gymnastics. But if it's Olympics, we're not sitting down watching volleyball or handball. But maybe Olympics, right? Water polo. We can pick a team if it's not the country we're cheering for. I don't know if you got. I don't know. Serbia versus Venezuela. Who are you picking?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I picked those.
Hey, that's just fun to watch. You root for whoever's in the moment. It's an in the moment thing. But
So what are your? If you want to talk Olympics, what's your top 3 favorite Olympic sports? It's always hard to pick favorites.
That's
but
hard. You know that's tough because if we're mixing in Winter Olympics too with that,
Let's just do summer.
Summer
Summer's going to
Olympics.
come first. I hope.
swimming's always just exciting to watch because it's so much on the line and so it's in the matter. It literally in a matter of a
I
minute.
agree. That's my
Love
top
it.
3.
Not water polo or handball. Those are exciting
Okay.
to watch. It's intense.
I'd say beach volleyball is also my top 3.
Beach volleyball in general.
I'm
Remember-
trying to be as specific.
Do you
but
remember? I know. I'm giving you kind
It's
of a
a-
broad.
no,
All right.
it's
So
fine.
here we go. I'll
No,
tell.
what were you
No, there we
saying?
go. There's
Yeah.
my swimming, polo,
We need more coffee.
swimming, polo, and what was that third one that we just said? Volleyball, sand volleyball.
I'd go sand.
Because
Not in order.
two-person volleyball is just.
I'd go
just nuts.
sand, swimming, and of course track is really good, but just gymnastics. I think
Hmm.
sand, swimming, gymnastics is really, really fun to watch. Of course, basketball is fun, although U.S. dominates. Except last Olympics, it was nice. They made it easier for the other countries. In Australia, was showing up. Who knows if this time France or Argentina are going to do something.
Spain.
Spain's always there, yeah.
Spain's always there.
And Australia, Canada. If Canada can get those guys who are Canadian, if they want to play Olympics, Canada can be pretty
Luka
good.
didn't get citizenship in Spain when he played for Real Madrid, did he?
No, he's Slovenia.
Okay, so he's
Slovenia
okay.
has what's his face? The Miami Heat guard,
Dragic.
Dragic.
Mm.
So Slovenia's already
Good team.
got, and that's one I think Luka could kind of learn under a guy who's already been in the NBA, from your
Right.
country.
Maybe we can put some interest on them to medal.
But I don't think they've qualified yet. Them, Greece,
Oh.
and there's still a lot of European Serbia,
What do they call? They call that the
FIBA.
FIBA. Yep, FIBA.
It's easy. FIBA.
And they have a FIBA World Cup. It's amazing.
They do. Iran sometimes makes it.
Hey, there we go. Did they qualify for the Olympics?
They did, and they're in US's group. Just give them. I just want them to play in a competitive game. They won't play in a competitive game against US.
Mm-hmm.
Give them like someone who they won't get crushed by. You know what I mean?
Yeah, men's Olympic football.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of football, Trent Richardson's going back to football.
I saw your
And
tweet.
the Mexican, there's a Mexican American, what they call it. I'm gonna make sure I get this right. It's like Mexican American football. I want to make sure I get the name right. What they call it? No, that's soccer. Huh. Yeah, that's what you get when you type that in. All right.
Yeah,
Liga de Fútbol Americano Profesional. So it's a professional American football league, but it's in Mexico. 8 teams are in it, but Trent Richardson signed with the Chihuahua. I'll get the name in a second, but he signed with the team from Chihuahua.
Well, maybe he can do something. Okay, so they put, I guess the teams that
9
already
teams.
qualified are pretty good. I'm looking at these groups for the Olympics. Iran's in France and United States group.
Wow.
The
The United
other-
States is in the same group as France?
Yeah, and one more person who's going to qualify, and I'll tell you where they're going to qualify from. I'll tell you who's going to qualify from that group.
Mm-hmm.
They could get Greece, the Antetokounmpo. I don't know why I couldn't say that with coffee.
Oh, we're
What's
talking
that?
basketball right now.
I'm talking basketball.
I thought we were talking football. Or soccer, sorry.
Soccer,
Football.
U.S. isn't in the World Olympics yet. I don't know if I hope they qualify because men's soccer in the Olympics is under 23.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
I did not know that,
Yeah.
no. That's the only way you can qualify. That makes sense, some of the teams.
Jeff and Sam are here at the same time. Hey Jeff, hey, how we doing? Alliance of American Football, the AAS. That's what Danny says.
The AAS, Alliance of American. Wait, yeah. We saw him in the Alliance of American Football. He played for the Birmingham team, but that league folded within the year. Within 2 months, it folded. It opened in February and it got bankrupt in April.
Okay, I know I'm still talking
No,
international.
go
basketball.
ahead. I just had to touch.
It's either going to be Greece or Canada, I think, who's going to get in that group with U.S., France, and Iran.
Yeah.
We can just take Iran out. It's either going to be Greece or Canada for that group. And there are other top teams that haven't qualified or teams with top players. Croatia, Lithuania, Slovenia. We already talked about them.
Croatia. Hey, we want to talk about jerseys for a second? Croatia.
Serbia hasn't
Good
qualified. In Italy and Senegal, I think there's one or two NBA players who represent Senegal. So
Okay. I like that. But so we're set for the
Dang it.
basketball world has gotten more competitive lately.
And that's what I want. Although U.S. would always win, it was hard to find except the U.S.-Spain games were nice with the Gasols.
France's top player at the time was Tony Parker, and now they have Rudy Gobert.
And those countries also have their own young guys who aren't comparable to the U.S.'s, but there could always be one out of this big group of different country young guys who could be something that he's from Argentina.
That 7-footer that Rudy Gobert is working with, is he French? The lengthy kid?
7-footer? I didn't think he's on the Jazz.
No, he's not. He's not on any team yet.
Alexei, I think he's Serbian or something.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, well, I wonder if we'll get to see him on the
I
Olympic
remember
stage.
I was looking up all these international players.
Right.
And this guy was the lengthy bean. He plays like a point guard, but he's 7 foot.
Yes.
So he's got to learn other things.
He's 7'3", 16-year-old, and he's from France.
And he's got, what's his name?
Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, see, I don't know that guy. I was talking about a guy who I think is on the Thunder.
Oh, no, this is a guy that is in France, and Rudy Gobert was working with him back in October, and a video kind of went big on Twitter with him working out with him because they're like, wow, this 7'3" kid is playing guard, and he's doing a pretty damn good job at it. So I'm curious to see if we will see him. You look up 7-footer Rudy Gobert plays with. You're going to get the French kid, but you're also going to get Udoka Azubuike.
Also, in case, I love going in Olympic rabbit holes. In case you were wondering if the U.S. is going to qualify.
Pietro Maximo. Danny's been reading his Olympic basketball. What?
Wait, who is that player? Say it again.
Pietro?
Isn't he a guard or is he a forward? What club is he for, right?
This guy kills me over here, Pietro Maximo.
You believe it for a
I
second.
did until I looked up the name. This guy kills me. I'm over here.
Oh, he was like, Dude, he said,
You got chuckles to chuckle on that one, Danny. I'm over here in the zone, like, oh, okay, that's the name. Should have recognized the last name.
You should have. You really thought it was the next 6'4" shooting guard. Who knows? 3-and-D.
I was on Armand on the beach there. Hey, how do you feel about Gale Sayers? Oh, I think he's gonna be tremendous. I think he's gonna be tremendous and add a lot of depth to the team.
Only 2 teams from North America qualify for the football Olympics.
What's that? Sorry.
Only 2 teams from North America qualify.
We're getting out of the.
That's right.
We're gonna have to watch some She Believes Cup Wednesday. It's the last group stage game.
Who are they playing? That's the
Argentina.
thing with the U.S. women's. There's no competition until I'm proven wrong. In a competitive atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's only a 4-team group, right? 4 teams.
I didn't look at the She Believe Cup. I know they were hiring interns because I kept seeing it, but.
Well, they beat Brazil yesterday 2-0. They beat Canada in their first match, but now on Wednesday they have a game against Argentina. I just like getting to know, because when's the next Women's World Cup?
We got a couple years, 2023,
and then the men's is
2022. We hopefully have Olympics and Euro this year. Then you have Winter Olympics next year, and then to end the year you have World Cup. Remember, it's at a different time. Then you got the Women's World Cup. Wherever that's.
Do you know Megan Rapinoe's middle name? Either Anna or Anna. I was looking at the roster, and they have her middle name, but no one else's middle name.
Daft Punk is breaking up.
Yeah, they announced that on Twitter today. Oh, wait, here's.
Whose fault was it, Jeff? Daft or Punk?
Yeah, Jeff's like up all night to get fun, up all night to get lucky. Up all night to get lucky. Hey, Marshmello put out a new song. You guys go check that
You
out.
know what? With the 2 songs I played in the car when Terrell was in the car yesterday, he did say he liked the Marshmallow one better.
Which one? Oh, which
So
song
I
did you
played
play?
2 songs. So basically, Terrell said he really liked the Marshmallow song.
Because the other song was hot garbage.
Because the other song was heart garbage. For those that didn't hear it. Yeah, I mean, when you're putting garbage against garbage, and you're telling me to pick a favorite, I'm
have
still
you
have to
listened
pick
to
one.
that Marshmallow song? You
I
know
did.
what-
I watched the music video. I told you.
Oh,
it was
there's a
dope-
music video.
Yeah, it's a dope music video. It's a really cool music video. The song sucks though, and that includes the beat.
You think the song sucks?
Yes,
Wow, look at this person saying my culture sucks, huh?
I said the
Wow.
song. That's not
I'm
your.
a little. Guys, I'm making jokes.
I know you're making jokes. Hey man, that's a song right there. It sucks. Where is Marshmallow?
Maybe
Do we know
the,
is
maybe
Marshmallow?
the next time a Persia guy gets.
No, like I
gonna
said,
happen.
I think it's great that he's doing that internationally because EDM is there's bigger EDM concerts in America. America's not the land of EDM.
Yeah, those club
It-
parties in Iran. That's what I told Lily yesterday.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
like, wait, can they drink alcohol? And I remember they can't drink alcohol. So I don't know what clubs they're going to be playing that song at.
It's the beats, the beats with people
I
going.
liked it. You really didn't like the beat though?
No, I'm being very generous.
But you're not a big EDM. I didn't.
No,
think I
I'm
was
not a big EDM
guy.
fan,
I
no.
really like the beat.
That's fine. That's great.
Terrell, what do you think? It was so-so?
The song?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was cool.
EDM stands for electric dance music.
I think.
It
yeah.
should stand for. It should be ESM, electric stand music. Because when I hear it, I'm just standing there like, all right. So
You
this
know
is what
why?
we're all. This is
You
what we're
don't-
listening to,
You
huh?
don't have the memories that me and Jeff have. Thank you, Lily.
Well, she likes EDM too. That's
I think she.
isn't she the one that got you in the EDM? She's the one.
No, and I'm not even into EDM. I just like select songs. Like, do you call the hum EDM? Or remember that song I
Oh,
showed you, Booyah? I showed you guys a song called Booyah. You won't remember it. I think Jeff might know the song.
I like it when you show me Janae songs. You're one for one.
I don't think I show you them, but
The hum is absolutely
I
EDM according to
appreciate
Jeff Southern. Yes. That
the
makes-
hum is
Sandstorm
also
is EDM.
absolutely genius, Jeff. And karate, and what's the other one? There's another one.
Karate.
See, I just know you guys wouldn't like them. These are songs meant for probably the boom boom room, pre-COVID times, meant for the hum. Fun. You're right. Shed playlist. Yeah.
Shed. Oh, okay, yeah. You're
No, that's actually. I think he made the playlist.
right. So when we had our shed party twice, they put a door on the, or they put like a lock, or no, they opened it up.
No, I think
car
they're
can
trying
park
to do
there.
things. That's what the guy said.
We inspired them to do something with the shed.
And the guy was like, "Yes, there's some couches there." Yeah, I don't know, man.
He's like, we can turn this into something. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
you can turn it
we
into
could.
something.
We just need someone to. We just need Hank to handle the HR. And you remember Hank? You don't remember Hank?
Hey, man, you can't be yelling at your live audience.
That's why it's our live audience. We can't be yelling at our live audience.
Remember, we were working.
We're breaking the
We were
fourth wall.
working. We were working on the shed, and you kept getting on the phone with our manager Hank, talking about your hours.
Why would I remember that at a time like this?
Because I remember the memories.
All right, now how do I get 2 mugs from the KUJ school?
I don't. Did you tweet him?
No, I haven't.
Say I'm in Lawrence. Shipping is free. Tell me when I can pick up 2 mugs. You tell them. They want to give you
negotiate.
mugs.
You want me to
Yeah.
negotiate?
Yeah, tell them put your money where your mouth is. You said you'll give me a mug.
Hey, a mug, not 2 mugs. I want 2 mugs.
Well, I
though.
want 2 mugs.
I know. That's what I'm telling. We both want the same thing, Armand. We're busting them out.
You got any questions, anyone? Because
People just tell me like I tuned in, but no, I'm not interested in what's being
What's
said.
the
It's like,
significance of the hot sauce?
you just gotta.
Hey, I thought we had another
That's what-
Cholula. Is it just up in the cabinet?
I don't know. Have you looked up in the cabinet?
I thought I had put it down once, and then it didn't. And then I don't know where. it
Well,
went.
that's the thing. You put things down and leave them, and then I put them back in the
because
cabinet.
this was almost done, so I wanted to bring a new Cholula because
There is a new one up there. You just got to open and grab
I
it.
like my. I don't know why we put Cholula up. We use hot sauce a lot, so I feel like it's nice for it to be down.
I put your coffee stuff up there all the time. It's just counter space. It's cleaning the counters.
You congest the counters with the coffee stuff.
What? No, I clean up the counters.
Drums or flats?
Drums.
I never was too picky on that. I know
And
some
at the end of the
people-
day, it's a chicken wing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a chicken.
I saw this question asked on a podcast I listened to, Instagram account, and it was 51.49. So if that tells you right there, I think that's just a question where people are like, if you had to pick one,
I mean,
There.
I just never understood. I don't want to get
a
it.
chicken wing's a chicken wing.
Yeah, people were so obsessed with chicken wing arguments.
If anybody wants to play Armand in chess,
Can I get I gotta make my coffee.
yeah, go make your coffee. Go.
Yeah, if anyone does want to play me in chess,
Where can we find you at?
I
Oh,
don't
chess
know,
master.
text me and I'll play you in something. You want to play online chess? You want to play on the phones?
Play on the phones. Hey, Armand,
What?
do you have a good driver's license story?
Who asked?
Me. I wrote down questions for today.
Why? Because of the song?
No, not because of the song, but I guess there's.
I mean, I guess I got stories, but they aren't that cool.
I failed my permit test like 5 times before I could get mine.
Shame.
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 That was a terrible time. Hold on, he's got to make his coffee. Yeah, add the cardamom. Cardamom. See, look, you put it back up.
Yes.
Very nice.
What have I not put? What did I not put back up?
I didn't say you haven't put back
Well,
up
you
anything.
said I have a tendency of putting things down in.
You do. The honey, the cardamom.
I
cinnamon.
feel like I do that when I'm going to use it again during the day.
Hey, what's your favorite pizza topping?
Just one topping.
No, you can go multiple. You can get crazy.
You know, before I got to college, I'd always get a vegetarian pizza.
That's fine. With thin crust?
You know why? Because I like thin crust, yeah.
Mhm.
Because I like my pizzas loaded. And I think I like my food loaded. Me and Lily were having this talk.
Oh, you would love calzones. Like a nice
like
loaded
calzones.
calzones. Yeah.
I haven't had him too much recently. But my dad used to really like him.
Right.
Like you see my Chipotle, you see
Yes.
my tacos, and I feel like that's not like the right way. That's not the authentic way. But I think I get that from my dad. We have the tendency of putting all toppings.
No,
just
that's
'cause
fine.
We like it.
I've never understood the people who can't deal with the food not being touched, especially when like the food is kind of, if you got potatoes, steak, and some asparagus, mix that together. That all 3 of those are meant to be
You said
ate
potato
together.
steaks. Well, what type of potatoes?
Oh, mashed potatoes, of course.
Mashed potatoes. So
Uh,
you're
even
saying
just
asparagus,
cut up
Get
potatoes.
the sauce with the steak right there, my
Yeah,
favorite sauce.
exactly.
You mix it with the. You got a whole.
You can cut up the steak and put it on top of the mashed potatoes and cut up
It's
the
gonna be
asparagus.
mixed in here.
Might as well just be mixed on the taste buds. It's what
You have any siblings who are picky about?
Nico. Oh, Nico all the time.
Arian didn't like food touching either. He'd
Oh.
actually have a separate plate for a salad until he started eating out of the main.
I
bowl.
love the salad story. I like the salad story.
He'd wait for.
You know why? Because you really like your vegetables and fruit. He just likes a salad, and he's gonna if he can eat all of it.
He's gonna eat it out of the bowl, but first he's gonna ask everyone. But I haven't got to my salad yet, so he's gonna ask me. So what do? I get half of the salad that's left.
I
and
see what
put
you're
it on my
saying.
plate.
He doesn't give you a chance to have your seconds already.
Yeah, let me eat. And that was back in the day when I could eat more than I can right now. But
Can something go wrong?
last 2 years I haven't been able to eat a lot, and I don't know why. You haven't noticed?
I guess you have. Yeah, the Chipotle left out. I
When
thought
I started college, no. Now.
it froze, and it was kind of a good. It froze at a good point. Yeah, what's your meeting for today?
Just for class.
Nice.
Yeah, I was afraid I'd forget, so I had a couple alarms. I guess we can throw away this hot sauce if we want to use it a couple more times. Sophomore Armand was known as the human's garbage disposal, and exactly, Jeff. I hate I hate wasting food.
God, I love that photo of him, Steve. It's a good photo. Nah, yeah, don't want to waste food.
Well, in high school, when I come home, or even starting college, when I come back to my dad would say that I was the garbage disposal, because as soon as I sit down, he'd say, "Okay, we need some. You need to clean the kit. You need to clean the fridge."
Mm-hmm.
And what that meant is they had some leftovers that needed to be eaten. Whether that's leftovers, whether that's fruit that's about to go bad, and all that.
Well, what I was,
So I was treated.
what I was gonna say was having a niece and nephew is kind of helpful because, you know, when we have good food, when we eat good at the house, they don't eat all the food on their plate. So it's like, all right, extra, basically another enchilada, sure, okay, chicken parm, give it to me, kids. Like, you're not gonna eat it. I like that. Humans, nothing wrong with being a human garbage disposal. The claw.
The claw. The claw.
Predictions for tomorrow's soccer matches. He did ask that earlier. I
You
think
know
we
the
do
thing
need
about the claw, though, Jeff? If you can get the claw right,
it's a good technique.
the reason I have the claw, I actually have some reasons for it, but one of the best things for it is if you need to walk around, you need to do things, instead of putting it on your plate, you can just walk it around with you. I've gotten water before at the house with my claw. You know, you can do things, get on your phone, although left hand, but still.
Right.
So the claw allows you to
What's
go
the best,
mobile.
what's
Who
the-
loves going mobile?
What's the best thing to eat with using the claw?
The taco.
Taco. I was thinking like a Chipotle. But I guess you don't get Chipotle
taco.
burritos.
Well, my tacos are as big as regular burritos. But
Man, Torchy sounds amazing right now.
you know what I realized?
What do you-
Taco is basically the same thing as Torchy's. How much are you paying for a taco at Torchy's?
$4 to $5
How
bucks.
much are you paying for a taco at Taco? $4 to $5.
Oh, I've never been to Taco. Ta.co.
We went once with your parents.
We've been twice actually.
Oh,
We went twice.
oh.
I've never been to Taco.
I forget about that place. Forgot we went on a date there in our Hawaiian shirts.
Oh my!
So KU is now at 17th in the nation,
Really?
and Missouri fell to number 24.
24?
We're hanging in, baby. 24. It's all good. It's all right. It's fine. It's okay. We deserve to be there. Virginia, thank you, live audience, Terrell. Virginia fell all the way to 15th. Good job, Duke. They're getting hot at the right moments,
Did you
too.
see what teams got votes?
I had the whole list pulled up. And now I let it, and it just went away.
It's okay.
I'm
I'm looking for it.
beautiful.
Okay,
good.
Wichita State got 6 votes.
Bobby Shmurda is being released tomorrow. It's a proud day. I can't wait. I hope with him comes a music drop this week. Been waiting for this moment since junior year of high school. Damn it. Junior year? Yeah. Junior sophomore year. He was supposed to get released in December, but
Yeah, I
got
thought I
pushed
heard
back.
that about a week ago.
But very excited for Bobby. Terrell, are you excited for Bobby Spurrier to get out of prison? He says sure. All right, yeah. So all the apartment, we're always happy.
yeah, sir.
It's a genetic thing. See,
It is.
you got to realize my mom never liked coming home to a dirty kitchen.
You hate my socks there too. My mom hates that too.
Well,
That
I
mom
don't hate that your socks get left out. I told you I make a game out of it now.
Holy shit! Is that my crossword book? I was looking for it for a week. You really got to work to look for it. I don't think it's just under the thing. I think that is. Wow. No, that might be. Why you got? I got the camera on.
Because
me.
you just went like, "Hey, is that my crossword book?"
No, you know what?
That's just kind of great. It was like in the moment.
It's a sports trivia book. That's what it is.
It was just very in the moment. You were like, "Wait a second,
Oh, I put a little trivia thing on Instagram.
I got it wrong."
I'm glad you participated because
I-
I had some
I-
friends who looked and didn't participate. Why are your socks in the kitchen? Where are my socks?
We were talking about kitchen, and then when you talked about socks, they're just in the living room, alive and well. I roll him up now and throw him down the hall into his room.
Well, you try to
I
throw
try.
them into my room.
I-
Have they fell in Terrell's room? Have they fell by my room?
Jeff,
Okay.
I too pick Shania Twain.
I thought that was, because I
Did
looked
not
up.
know. Did not know.
Because you know what started? I was trying to think if I could think of a list of 4 artists, and you have to pick one of those 4 of who would be. I think, it was you weren't here.
No.
It was just me, Lily, Terrell,
Yeah.
and,
And Lily's in the photo too.
in the photo. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
But it was about like these lists of 4 artists, singers, groups who would be next of that 4 to perform in the Super Bowl. And I'm still thinking of the 4 because I only have.
Oh, Shania, Kid Rock.
Well,
Mariah
I mean,
Carey,
this is what started it, and then I thought
Ooh.
that, yeah.
See,
Because Mariah Carey, I feel like people would think there's a lot of mock-up
I just thought
Super
that
Bowl
she
halftime shows for Mariah Carey, like on YouTube, how it would look. Yeah, that's
really.
yeah. 'Cause-
YouTube's crazy, man. You can find just about anything in there.
and she did perform national anthem recently, but
At Super Bowl?
it said it.
Yeah, I don't think she.
I
I don't
feel
think.
like
I don't
I
think
would
she can
do
do a
that.
halftime show anymore. Unfortunately,
Let's see.
maybe she could. I don't know. It's just I know. I've heard stories about her recent live concerts for her.
Oh, there was that one video.
Remember when she lip sync at the lip sync at New Year's Eve? Yep, she was lip syncing.
I put Shania Twain. That was kind of interesting that Shania Twain has participated in a halftime show. Same with Phil Collins.
Wow. No, I didn't. That makes me very.
Wow.
What? Is this how my Yu-Gi-Oh cards just disappeared
And
because
guess what?
you thought they were trash?
The box is right here. No, I'm kidding.
Oh wow.
I
That's-
fooled him.
that's all-
You've been pranked.
See, look, it did not last long because she's over here. No, you didn't miss the WandaVision talk. We can.
You know what Aryan texts me? He really likes WandaVision. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What does he say?
Lily left her mark. I just saw that. That's nice.
He was like, I think she's hot. That's all. That's why he said, I said, how do
He is a teenager.
you like? Marco's really confused. Marco, this has been confused Marco days.
Who's hot?
Never mind. Wanda.
Oh yeah.
I was asking, but yeah, Aryan even told me to watch WandaVision, so that's why that one day I watched those 6 episodes. It's pretty easy to watch.
I was happy. I came out here this morning, and there you are, catching up.
Well, I thought we had like 30 minutes of free time yesterday. I kind of wanted to watch, but
Uh-oh. Yeah, he
Even
wanted to
though-
watch
even
Insecure.
though-
Yeah, this guy wakes up and starts watching HBO. I'm already in bed. I hear the wong
what?
in HBO.
Oh,
Yeah. He woke up and wanted to watch his show.
Yeah.
What other reason is there to watch it? Marvel, Aryan, the story?
the story?
Jeez.
Jeez.
That's what Arya said?
Yeah.
Typical teenager.
This guy.
You actually got my mom to watch.
This
And
guy. This guy's in the bathroom at school.
This is the thing about my mom. She's never watched these movies.
Yeah.
I show her trailers of the movies I want to watch, and we never watch them. But Aryan made her watch. I didn't understand. She said she watched all Avengers movies, but then she watched 4.
Yeah, so
There's
watch the 4 Avenger movies then.
She wasn't gonna understand them, and she was falling asleep. Then she started crying. Now she's watching this. I don't know. Then he got her to watch WandaVision.
Yeah.
She's really confused of Wanda. Thinks Wanda's kind of, I don't know.
Well,
she likes. Yeah.
So, I mean, she watched the Avengers movie, so she got Ultron, and then
It also is my mom. I feel like
True.
me and my mom might understand shows the same amount. Understand TV's
Gotcha.
movies the same amount.
gotcha. Aw, you like your mama.
Well, how do you? I'm just saying, you guys have seen how I watch shows or movies or what I take away from them.
Yeah, you made a meme from what you
I did, because that's how I felt. Terrell came home. He's like, I love that meme. I was just thinking about it for, I don't
8
know.
hours.
Yeah.
He's giving you that look.
Oh,
He has
he's got a prediction of the show.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Not you, Arya.
He's like Danny. You should have seen it. I watched the episode with them because they were watching it for the first time, and so my nephew or Eli's like, he's like, know this stuff. Danny reads the theories and then he tells everybody what the theories say. And so when the stuff started happening, Eli was like, "What the heck?"
That's funny.
He's like, "How did you know all this already?" They thought he had already.
Eli can't talk. He ruined soul for everybody.
Yeah, Eli was
What?
talking. He was just guessing things right. He was just guessing them. Danny reads the theories and then talks about him, and then you read so many theories and you talk about him, one of them's gonna hit. And that was just what was happening. They all hit.
You know,
was
that
hilarious.
last episode, though, without spoiling anything, it did surprise me. Although you guys were talking about it yesterday, Terrell, but like still, I was like, I don't know. And then just what
Oh,
happened.
apparently, nephew number 3, Chris, knows what's gonna happen too, because he just watches the YouTube theories, I guess.
Yeah, see, I just hate people.
Yeah, there were theories.
Terrell
on
can't watch
TikTok.
movies and shows with those people.
I think I saw those theories before I started watching the show, but I didn't really look into them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just mixed with my own theories, and we'll wait till they're right.
No, it's not Aryan. No, you can go on Reddit and hell,
Or
you
TikTok.
You can go to any comic website where you can go to any comic blogger that's talking about the show, and they're gonna know what's happening. Sometimes Marvel will do some things that stray away from the comic.
There was an end credit scene.
Terrell, there was a mid credit. There was no end credit scene, was there?
Mid-credit. I haven't. Wait, there's end credit scenes to the shows.
No, to the movies.
Ariane.
I'm sure at the end of this season, I don't know if they'll do a WandaVision 2, or if this is a one-time series, but there'll be an end credit.
Because they've done well.
Well, see, my mom was like, "There's 7 minutes left," and I was like, "No, that's all credits," because I've watched the credits through the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Credits. I
It's
know
a long
they were long
credits.
credits.
If there was end credits, hold on, Arian.
It was the first episode with one.
I don't know how much the credit scene. Sorry, I gotta Google this now. Oh, there is. Well, shit.
In the first episode?
No, this week's episode of WandaVision. It says in the headline, this week's WandaVision has a post-credit scene. All right, thank you, Arian.
Dang.
We will make sure to revisit that. Oh yeah, as I look at the image, there is a
So, how many more episodes are there?
2.
So what? It was episode 7, right?
2, yeah. They're all going to be, I think the next ones are going to be 40
Yeah,
minutes.
they're starting to get a little long. Like they were a minute longer, 2 minutes longer.
Yeah, 9 episodes. And we don't know the names of those. Oh, last one comes out on Terrell's birthday. Look at that. And then after that, we get the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I think they're kind of hoping that this show will lead to hopefully the movie releases, because that's what they're doing right now. Is like hoping WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, that fills the time for Marvel fans, kind of fills the gaps until they can get to the movies where they start releasing, Black Widow, the Eternals. Hopefully, that all depends on what's happening. Yeah, Arian, I'm definitely got to go back and watch that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did I know there's a day credit scene? I just saw the 7-minute credits, and I'm like, I'm not fooling for that again. Can't fall for that. Ugh. All right, you better get ready for your meeting. It's time.
Sure, yeah. All
Sure.
right.
Oh, do you want to go all the way to 11:30?
I need to.
You want to go? You want to take coffees on into the meeting?
Yeah, really. Are there still comments going on? I mean, are there still people talking?
You can see the comments.
I mean, I did mean comments. I meant viewers.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they leave when we leave.
Well,
Just 6
what
viewers.
else is it? Oh, wow.
Oh, 6 viewers is too low to stay on.
Well, let's see if there's any comments. You're the one who wanted to cancel an hour last week, and I told you stay. And what happened? We had a nice longer hour.
I know, but you told me today that you have a meeting at 11:30, so we
Yeah, I
couldn't
know.
go the 2 hours.
Yeah, we could.
So you were like, you sent me the text yesterday.
Yeah, I
You
know.
Make sure you got time for your meeting.
I'm not saying we should go 2 hours. Well, why do you think I'm sitting here? I got my office.
He's ready to go.
I'm ready.
Uh-oh.
Got my alarm.
With a bunch of emojis.
Yeah, so it gets your attention.
Hmm.
Because sometimes we might have struggle with things getting our attention, right? So we need a few things.
Well, no, I said the emojis or the alarm get your attention.
Sometimes I feel like we have a tendency, if we get an alarm, we just turn it off. So the emojis, whoa, why are there so many emojis? Oh, yeah, I got a meeting.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm saying that. I don't know. Maybe sometimes, maybe you're really good at being attentive, right? Someone talks to you. Yeah, I heard you.
No, everyone's different. That's an interesting take. Everyone's
So
different.
we all need things that kind of get our...
I like that. Get the mind going. No, I'm a very forgetful person. I'm starting to get into the not alarms, but reminders.
Mm-hmm.
Reminders. I like being able to here remind me at 4
That's why I
o'clock.
started making grocery lists. By started, I used one last
Grocery
time.
list. Grocery list. All right. I don't even know what we're gonna do for Wednesday. We'll find out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Some things will happen in between.
You know what I keep forgetting to do?
What do you forget to do?
Posting that picture.
Oh. It's all right. Set an alarm.
I said I was gonna do it this time. You're right. Set an alarm.
Mom says use a notebook.
You're right. Use a notebook. Handy dandy.
Notebook.
Right.
You know what's funny? Blue's Clues taught us that. And that is a real thing. Handy dandy notebook.
Clues taught us some things. Salt goes with pepper. Pail goes with shovel. Is that what it's called? Shovel and pail?
Salt goes with pepper.
Pail. I don't know
shovel.
that word.
Miss Pail, Mr. Shovel? No.
Oh, pail is a bucket, right?
Yes, pail is a bucket. Yes, a mini bucket.
We gotta watch. I maybe need to watch those to get some of these words down.
Let's see. You
The
have colors like
magenta.
magenta, paprika. We got paprika.
Ooh, paprika.
Slippery soap because soap is slippery.
Apparently, that guy hated that show. Kind of ruined his life.
Steve
his
Burns.
career. Yeah.
Steve. Donovan Patton, but his name was Joe Burns in the show.
Oh yeah, the cousin. Because
Yes,
he
his
went
cousin.
off to college.
And now they have
They have a new guy.
his name's Kevin Duwala. Doesn't say what his name is in the show. I wonder if it's Steve.
I bet it's Kevin. That's an easy.
And Cody Ross from the Giants played someone. All right. Toy Cannon was his nickname. Interesting. Write that down.
Write it down.
Write that down. Which movie was that from? Write that down. I just remember Logo. She said, "Write that down." Hey, are we there yet?
Where?
Are we done yet?
Are you done? I'm waiting for you. You control it.
Is Magic Johnson going to be on the cover for a magazine with our kids one day?
Why?
I'm just giving you a very bland description of are we there yet?
Oh.
Are we there yet? Are we done yet? Did you watch those movies?
Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet too?
No, it's are we there yet and are we done yet? It's good.
It was an Ice Cube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Came out when we were in elementary school, I think, 2nd, 3rd grade. 2005.
Yeah, grade school, yeah.
2006.
Him, Nia Long.
I
did
may
the
have not
movie.
watched the movies. I remember when they came out.
Write that down. All right, how about some lunch?
Yeah. I'll get lunch after this movie. I just don't know what.
Watching a movie?
I meant meeting.
We might get some more coffee while we're at it, too.
That's why I got this coffee, because I felt like I was shutting off, and it said we've only been here for 30 minutes.
What
I'm
did you
like,
do? Copper Moon?
Yeah, I think I
Copper
had
Moon.
that one, but I think maybe I did have that one.
We just got a collection of K-Cups because we're going to do one big recycling. I had the donut shop today. We both had a dark brew.
Yeah, I kind of took some of the breakfast. I mean, I already had them, so
Mm-hmm. The breakfast blend.
yeah.
There we go.
We got to get the reusable cups so we could use this ground coffee too.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Well, happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. Let's continue the day after this meeting.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy
See
Monday.
you on Wednesday. Thanks for joining.
Live studio audience, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, live studio audience. All right.
He
well,
says happy Monday, everyone.
All right. Goodbye. Drink your Ovaltine.